Back up. See the footage. Taking Kibla, you know what I mean? Alright guys, today's video is about wait, I forgot to greet guys. Welcome back to our channel Bazepa Studio, and it's glad to meet you during this lockdown. I know it's very boring to stay at home, but okay, today's video is going to be something different because we're going to talk about, finally going to talk about cameras. Okay, where's the logo? The glitch logo. Cool, huh? Okay, so you can see this is actually a digital camera which is invented a long time before. Like before those mirrorless camera was invented. So okay, if you want to watch this video today, you must know that you need a camera because we're going to talk mainly about cameras. So it doesn't matter whether you're using your daddy's camera or your mommy's camera or your uncle's camera. It doesn't matter, any camera. But we are focusing mainly into DSLR camera and the mirrorless camera, which is very expensive. Alright, so there are a few elements that I'm going to talk about today. A few points that you need to know before if you want to get a camera or used camera or new camera. So first, we're going to talk about the ISO, which is to increase the... Wait, I forgot. What is ISO again?
Artificial light.
Yeah, the artificial light. Let's say if the place is dark, you can add on light in your camera. And then the shutter speeds, and then the aperture, the lens condition, and of course, the bright and dark condition. These are the 5 simple things that you need to know in order to get a perfect and a good shot in your life, so they can impress maybe your girlfriend or mom and dad. Okay, so let's go. The lens are always expensive. This is a protector, right? The lens.
Yeah. Okay, it's rolling. It's rolling. It's rolling.
Huh? Oh, okay. Sorry guys. Talking about ISO, I need to skip. Talking about ISO is actually, I don't know what's the meaning of ISO, but to be honest, ISO is like AKA artificial light camera. It's like same like our eyes. If we enter a dark room, our eyes, cornea, sclera. Wait, what is it? Inside our eyes. Forget about it. Okay, so let's say this is a camera. Okay, now all you have to do is on it. Cool, huh? I know it. Okay. So let's say if you enter into the dark room. Where's the dark room? Dark room. Wait, hold on. Okay, now let's say if you enter in the dark room, let's say you want to take a picture of a statue. All you have to do is just increase the ISO. So let me show you what's the example. Bro, increase the ISO. So as you can see, if you increase too much, your quality going to be sucks, and there's going to be a lot of grainy. Am I right? So yeah, back to normal. And this is why they said don't play too much with ISO. And those who are using auto ISO, good idea, but trust me, you're not going to be pro enough because you're just depending all in the AI, and you're not going to be pro in yourself by adjusting the ISO. It's going to be really sucks. So I suggest for this DSLR camera, the maximum ISO you can push up is, I think, roughly around 1600 ISO. Above than that, you're gonna get a shittiest image. No matter if, let's say, you're in the dark night or just in the storeroom, anything, if you increase, you're still not gonna get anything. Your image is just gonna get grainy. Yeah. But I think you're gonna message you. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the mirrorless version now. Okay, just now I was talking about the DSLR version. Now about the mirrorless, I'm gonna talk the range between how much you can play with the ISO is between 100 to 1000. Sorry. 6400. That's the range of the ISO that you need to use, because other than that you're gonna get, I mean, above the 6400, yeah, 6400 ISO, it's just going to be so grainy and the quality won't be there. The sharpness will like wipe off and you won't get what you want. So think about it. The reason why you're taking pictures is because you want to impress your maybe your families or friend or yourself. You want a cool image, right? So this thing, you have to be careful with your ISO. And yeah, that's all for ISO. So the second thing I'm gonna talk about is shutter speed. Okay, so talking about shutter speed, what is it? Okay, I gotta show you some example. So as you know, this is a lens. Okay, so just imagine there's a camera behind. Okay, imagine there's a camera behind, right? So if you, let's say, if you click the picture, you know, I mean, click the button and you capture the picture, you realize like a small door inside will like close and open, right? Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Yes, that thing is actually called a shutter. Now the movement is what we're going to talk about. Why there's a slow and fast shutter speed. Okay, to be honest, rough science, I mean, like, maybe for your knowledge, shutter speed is actually like our eyelid, you know, our eyelid. So let's say in the dark days, wait, it doesn't work like that. Okay, so it works like this. There's two scenarios, one in the dark condition, one is the light condition. So shutter speed is actually to control the intake or the inflection of the light. Okay, not to use the word of inflection, that means the light flow. The faster your shutter speed is, you will get no light into the frame. The slower the shutter speed is, you will get a lot of light into the frame, and which is really going to, you know, sometimes going to destroy the quality, because if the image is too bright, trust me, you can't see anything. You barely even see anything. You'll be seeing all white stuff that except for those black, dark colors like black, dark blue, navy, and green. So these are the colors that can be seen in a very, very slow shutter speed. So talking about shutter speed, where you should set fast and when you should set slow. There are two places. Let's say now you go for jogging in a park, you know, daytime. You know, daytime is going to be so bright, especially when it's very hot. All you have to do is set your shutter speed fast. It depends how fast. How fast you set normally, Sean?
Around following twice the frames per second.
Yeah, twice the frame per second. It's up to you. I mean, like, you don't have to really follow how much we give the value, but it's up to you. But remember, your shutter speed have to be fast. If your shutter speed is fast, trust me, the image form is much more stable and not too, I mean, not too dark, but it's okay. It's quite nice. It won't be so bright until you can't even see the Sean face or anyone's face, especially Chinese. My friend, you know, Eugene, his face is damn white, so you can't even see his face. Yeah, it's whiter. I haven't tried before with him, but I can't even see his face. And you can see his shirt on me. Yeah. But for the dark day, it's just the right opposite of the daytime. At dark place, like at home, you know, nighttime, you have a party, outdoor party at the beach, anything, you have to decrease the shutter speed. That means the movement of the shutter have to be slow. That means like ching, like that, you know, it be slow. Why? It's because the camera is trying its best to collect as much as light as possible for the dark space. So at night, you can get a good image without a flash. So yeah, if you have a flash, then that's a different case. You have to maybe readjust back the shutter speed. And not only that, the last thing is, if you want to move, I mean, if you want to take a moving shot or running shot, then you have to be really careful, because if you open your shutter speed very fast, you're going to end up messing up your image and your memory, because you're going to get very, I mean, like, you're going to get the most worst image ever, because your camera is not ready. So you have to be stationary unless you want to take motion blur. Motion blur is like those okay, have you seen those movies? They have like a town, a lot of roads, you know, cars moving around. If you take motion blur, you can see the light will be like going around. Yeah, it's going to be like something like romantic scenes in the movie. Yeah, unless if you want to do that. But other than that, bright days and dark days lah. So you have to adjust your shutter speed and your ISO as well. That's all for shutter speed. So this is what we call very fast shutter speed. Okay, so that's all. No, there's no any memory in the camera. Alright. And yeah, this time I was saying, you know, this is a flash. I don't know what type of flash this is, like in the 90s, I guess. Let me try. Oh my god, it feels like Lego.
You haven't raised it up.
Huh?
You have to lift it up.
Lift it up.
Lift the flash up.
Oh! Oh wait, let me set the manual. Maybe auto. Oh. Okay, this is slow flash. Wait, let me set for spot. Oh, this is the fastest they can do. Okay, that's it. Okay. Oh, nice. Sean. Sexy. Okay, so that's all. You know, this is the example if you use a flash. Yeah. You have to lift it up like this. So what do I have to talk about? Just tell me aperture. Damn long you explain. GG. So the bigger the aperture, the better shot
Yeah.
right? Okay, alright. Sean?
Yep.
Do you know where's the aperture in my phone lens? Can't see one.
Cannot see that. It's the lens in front.
Front?
It's the lens in the front.
Oh, okay. Alright guys, the third thing I'm going to talk about the aperture. What is that? Trust me, at first I have no idea what is that means. But then, who's that?
Must be GrabFood.
Hey.
Okay,
Back to business. Okay, so what is really aperture? It's going to be really confusing because it's going to be same as the shutter speed, but shutter speed is actually the movement of the shutter, like that. But aperture is more like a door which allows you to let more light in or not let more light in. As you can see, this is called Canon prime lens. Okay, why there's a prime lens? Because it's good for night shot. Why is it good for night shot? It's because the aperture is quite big. That means it's like this. Okay, example, this is the camera. Okay, you can see. Can you see like a small dot inside there? Let me focus for you. You can see that? So can you see the small dot inside there? Yeah, that is actually, you can see the door of the aperture. What is that for? I mean the aperture door. It's actually, you can set manually whether you want how big the radius is to be. Okay, so let's say if you want to go for a night shot, I mean dark shot, you know, dark places, you have to increase your aperture. Why is that? So that more light can go in. You see, shutter speed is just going to control the movement of light, but aperture is going to control how much of light is going to come in. You understand? It's like you have a door. Aperture is the door, and shutter speed is the human that closing the door. How fast is it? You understand? You got it? So that is the least I can explain to you. As you can see, this is, I forgot the lens. What lens is this?
This is a zoom lens.
Okay, this is the zoom lens. In Safari, you know, they use the zoom like that. Yes, exactly. Okay, so this lens don't have a really big aperture as this does, because this is a prime and specialized for night shots. I think we'll show you the preview at the end of the video, but let's talk about this then. This one have a kind of small aperture, but I'm not sure whether you can look it or not. Maybe you can try. Let me scan for you. Can you see? The size is not really that changing, you know. It doesn't change that much. So this thing is designed for daytime shots. Like if you want to focus on your cute rabbit or cute puppy in your garden, yes, it's a good lens. Daytime. Trust me, don't take it at night because you need maybe a supportive light, maybe Godox or maybe a flash. Yeah, that's one thing. And what about this lens?
This is a standard kit lens.
This is what we get if you buy a camera. It's not that really high tech or not that really what we want, but still, it's a lens. It doesn't have a very big aperture or smaller aperture. It's just a standard lens. But some lenses have a small aperture. It's mainly for dark shots. Am I right?
Yeah.
Bright shots. Because The smaller the apertures get, it's going to be for bright days, but the bigger the aperture is, it's going to be for dark shots. So if you see those camera who take a micro shot of a dark place, you know, confirm the aperture is going to be super big, bigger than this, and the price is going to be expensive too. Alright, okay guys, I think the video is going to end soon, so I'm going to like conclude everything. So what do you really have to know? Simple facts. There are going to be two scenarios. One is going to be the dark, and one is going to be the bright. Let me talk about the dark. The dark, in order to take dark, your ISO must be high but not too high. Okay, you know, means you get a grainy image, and then your shutter speed must be slow a bit because to allow enough light to go in and you can get the image brighter at dark place without the help of light. And then the what was it? Yeah, the dark condition. The dark condition, your aperture have to be king big as possible. I mean, I didn't push you to make it as big as possible. It's just you have to be big than the normal size because so that you can get a proper shot, enough light in dark condition. Now the bright condition, your ISO have to be low than what it's supposed to be. I mean, like lower than the normal range so that you'll get a good image, not too bright until you can't see my friend Eugene so white, you know, you just can see the shirt unless you want to do a ghost shot. Okay, your aperture have to be as small enough because too much of light actually can destroy the camera lens, by the way. Right, Sean? Yeah. It can actually destroy your camera lens inside the, because we are using not the mirrorless one. Okay, we are using with the mirror. So it's bad a bit sometimes. So you don't directly take at a UV light, it's going to destroy the camera. I mean, you can go to any camera shop and ask if what happened if I take direct to the sun. It's going to just destroy your camera lens only. The camera strategy, yeah. What else? The ISO have to be for bright place have to be low because like I say, you have to be low, aperture have to be low, and what else? Shutter speed has to be fast because you put too slow, trust me, more light is going to come in and it's going to like ruin your image and blur. So put as fast as you can, especially for the sunny day, put as fast as you can, you'll get a perfect shot, but be stationary because if you move, your image moves too, so you won't get a static shot unless you have a good lens which can take a good shot and a good camera, then you're in the game. So alright guys, I think that's all of our video today, and the title is the 5 basics. The 5 basics that you need to know, and that's all. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to hit the like button and please subscribe our channel. It's going to be really helpful for us, and please share if you want, and don't forget to click the bell button to get some notification if we come out with new video. Alright guys, thank you so much. Sean, I can stand long.
Okay. Lebih kurang.
Okay.
Then I set shutter fast.
Wow.
So I can take.
Not bad, Olympus. See the footage. Later you can keep lah if you want means.
Ready?